Alrighty, folks, I want to let you know about something that is happening right now. Floor rates, and we will define what that is in a minute. Floor rates have crashed, and I mean crashed. We'll give you the number in a second. But why is this important? You are about to be inundated with marketing in emails, in postcards, talking about some ridiculously low rates, aka the floor. Dustin, thank you for doing this. Thank you for pulling over and having this conversation. For the
Of
audience, real
course.
quickly, what is a floor rate? And then what the hell happened this week? Because it is eye opening.
Very eye-opening and very important to make sure the audience knows that, floor rates are the lowest rate available on the rate sheet that any lender can offer for a certain product. So even though, a lot of the times maybe something more than 2 or 2.5 points might be the maximum that, a client or consumer would be willing to pay to get their rate lower, right? There's now rate sheets that have the ability for a client to pay, let's say, 5 points, 6 points, 7 points. And that's ultimately where lenders make their floor rate.
This is going to get really interesting because again, this is happening. And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is happening in the DSCR space. This is not happening in traditional. Is that correct?
All we're talking about right now for this conversation is DSCR. Now, I can tell you I was looking at a Fannie Freddie conforming, rate sheet yesterday that had 4.25, but the price was 7 point buy down. So it's
Yeah,
there, and it's every lender gets to pick, how low
sure.
they want to go on their floor rate. But very important to understand. You always want to ask, and when you're speaking to whoever it might be, your lender, your broker, bank, etc., what's my par rate? What's the rate that I get with no points? Because that's what you're comparing day over day. And when you see where the average 30-year fixed rate is, it's always what the par rate is, not what the floor rates are.
Yeah. So let's paint a picture for folks because again, well, I don't think we've actually said the number yet, or did we? So what
No.
happened last week versus this week? What was the floor rate last week, and what is it today?
So last week it was 6.1 was the floor rate on what we were offering for DSCR products. This week, the floor is 5.5
You know how
in
stupid
one
that
week.
sounds? That
In one
that
week,
that just sounds so stupid.
with everything going on.
To floor rates down over half a point. That's
Yeah.
just dumb.
Yeah.
So let's talk about why, because again, I think sometimes it's important for people to understand why people are dropping the floor rate. Um, I think this is all about demand. I think what you're seeing is there's a lot of Wall Street money that got addicted to DSCR lending and the positive returns they've been seeing. The 30-year mortgages have been racing higher, right? They're at 52-week highs. And guess what, folks? Demand is down. And I'm guessing there's a lot of people going, shit, we better open this pipeline up, or we're not going to hit our numbers. I think that's what's going on. What say you?
I completely agree. A lot of it, I think, is a protection or a hedge for, what writing is on the wall for right now, but Q4, and they don't want to get to Q4 and then sit and have nothing. They'll
Yeah.
try and get what they can now. And I'm talking about, loan buyers, paper buyers, hedge funds that are actually the ones getting all of the interest on these, DSCR products.
Yeah. So the other thing that's going to happen is you're going to start to get a lot of mailers. If you're on an email mailing list, oh my goodness, you are going to be inundated with five. I can see the headlines now. 5.5, 5.5, 5. Call us now. Call us now. Again, that's the floor rate. They'll advertise it. I do think one thing is interesting. If you step back and you look at new construction versus existing home sales, one of the reasons, or probably the reason, that new construction hasn't totally fallen off a cliff is they're not playing at 6.8, right? Much of the builders are at 4.99, at least a lot of the stuff that I see. And maybe this is a way, if there's an existing home seller, they can just build the credits into their offer and they can now play at 4.5 or 5.5. Sorry, 5.5. What do you think?
100%. And that's what, you need to, as a, educated investor, consumer, first time home buyer, understand that the leverage right now that you can get in terms of seller credits, to go towards anything discount point related, which is a translation to what we just spoke about, a
Right.
lower rate, you need to take advantage of that because you don't know how long it's going to last. We'd rather have it be here than not be here, but we've seen these swings, and if you can get it done.
Yeah. Again, I think this floor rate going down is just I'm going to say it. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but this is almost a desperation move.
It, I would say it is because everything that they're going to, now this was a week ago to now, right? And then 3 weeks ago to now, there's been several new products that we discussed in our last video that they're
Yeah.
trying to roll out. They're starting to do DSCR HELOCs now,
Oh my
just
God.
throwing that out there instead of a DSCR second, which they've had for a while. So there's going to be a lot of new products and looser guidelines. But the one little, you know, part of the 5.5 floor that I want to touch on that made me feel a little bit better, and that it was an educated kind of planning of where they wanted the 5.5 to target. So
Mhm.
very interesting. It may not be for everybody, okay, but this scenario, I'm going to compare two scenarios
Okay.
and what the cost is to get a 5.5%.
Okay.
55% loan to value,
Okay. So safe loan.
safe loan, 5-year prepay.
Okay. So that's heavy. Yep.
Yep. 740 FICO,
All right. Decent credit.
and anything rate and term or purchase. This doesn't apply to cash out. Okay.
Okay. All right. So rate, term, or purchase. Got it. Okay.
That option, it only costs 1.25 in points to
Holy
get to five
shit.
and a half. Okay.
1.2.
1.2.
Wow.
And the reason I'm pointing that out is because they're making it so that that loan is very good for both sides, right? Very risk averse for the hedge fund, and an insane rate for the consumer.
Yeah.
But you go now to the most popular, product that I'd say we're doing, 70% cash out on a
Oh,
DSCR loan.
yeah.
Okay.
Cash out. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything else equals 740 FICO,
Mm-hmm.
5.5% rate. Okay.
Yeah.
Guess how much that costs in points to get there?
6.
4.25.
Oh, better than I expected.
But you can see in any normal market or any, let's just say regular conventional conforming FHA, VA, etc. The difference in point swing between 55 LTV purchase or 70% cash out
Mm-hmm.
is not 3 points of a discount. There's
Right.
not 3 points worth of a loan level price
Delta.
adjustment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're
Delta.
targeting two different angles, in my opinion. If they're savvy and they're smart and they see it, okay. If I want to get the 5.5, I need to play in their ball game. But
Right.
they'll cast a big net by being able to market the 5.5 floor.
Yeah.
That's kind of the, you know, play,
No, I
if
mean,
you
I
will.
think we've done loans together, right? You and I,
Yeah.
right? Convoy's done several of my loans. I mean, there's other assets I have where I could go extract hundreds of thousands of dollars, and my credit's fine. So 800, whatever. 5-year prepay doesn't bother me because I'm a set it, forget it guy. And to think I could get 70% cash out at 5.5, that doesn't suck, man.
No, it's going to be fun. It's been interesting, and I think if you can, I personally don't see a world in the next 3 years. I can't go out as far as 5 yet, but in 3 years, where we're even close to 5.5 on a
No.
DSCR cash out, right, with no points,
Right.
because
No.
you're not going to refi out of your 5.5 you have now.
Mm-mm.
So to get to five, and you got to have rates at what, 4.7, 4.5,
At
depending on
least.
your loan
Yeah.
amount, for it
Yeah.
to make sense. So that 5-year prepay at 5.5, in my opinion,
No
I'd set
brainer.
it for a real long time.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. This is it. This is yeah, that's actually got me thinking. 5.5. I want to raise, if I wanted to raise more dry powder. I don't know if I need to, but I might look at my portfolio and go, do I need to go get some more cash out just in case? Yeah, this is interesting. So again, this is all about demand. The other thing I thought was interesting, it's already reversed, but good old Scott Bessent came out with the bazooka yesterday. talking about buying the long end, and you know, rates went down for like 7 seconds and they're already back up. So that bazooka was a big dud.
Yeah, it lasted for like what, 2 hours yesterday?
Exactly. It's already it's already been adjusted and is gone, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And this was also funny. I was trying to pull like some historical chart data with obviously AI help. I don't know how much you're using it to pull your data, but you know, the 30-year treasury, technically the safest paper on earth right now, is paying 5.31, right?
19-year high.
Insane.
Yeah.
But I can't find anything. I have to keep digging where you can borrow at the same rate that the government's getting right now on a DSCR cash out.
Oh my
Like,
God,
just think
that's
about
right.
that.
We just talked about 5.5 and the
You're
government's
getting,
buying at 5.3. Hello.
there's
Wow.
something there, you
There's
know?
something.
Yeah, it's fun.
That is wild. Dude, that's a great point. I'm borrowing it the
It
same way as
shouldn't.
the US government.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we've seen spreads. I can go back as 3 years where spreads were about 190,
Yeah.
right? Now we're at 20. That's
Yeah.
not normal. It's not normal whatsoever.
What does that mean? I
You're
don't
the
know.
economist. You're the expert.
I
We
got to
might
think.
dig into it next
I'll have
video.
an answer by tomorrow morning. I don't have an
Yeah,
answer right now, but
yeah,
that is eye opening. That there's something there. There's
yep,
something there. So, all right.
yep.
What else is going on in the fun world of lending? Obviously, convoyhomeloans.com/ORAT is where people go. Anything else going on exciting?
No, and I do want to make sure. Look, I wasn't trying to come on today and be like the advertisements you were talking about with the 5.5%. You know, that's not what we're marketing here. You can get it, but
Mm,
right now, I think the urgency is real for both anybody in the industry that's on the buy end in terms of, you know, hedge funds buying this paper. I think it's urgency as the consumer needs to be thought and brought to the forefront about what's coming in Q4. And if you have something
right.
now, like we
Get it.
always say, like it, lock it. But if the 10-year hits 5%, like some of the surveys expect, uh, you know, the coupons are going to move up, and these credit guidelines that are loose may come back down to reality, and something's got to give. So
Yeah.
it's one of those things. If you got a deal on the shelf waiting, you know, and you're
Get it.
waiting for a better rate, get it now.
No, couldn't agree more. Again, it does seem to me, kind of broadly speaking, the bond vigilantes are in charge. The fact that Scott Bessent's bazooka lasted less than 24 hours is a signal, not noise. And yeah, we got Jackson Hole coming up, a Fed meeting coming up. Who knows? And again, I think you got Wall Street going, give me demand now, because I have no idea what's Q4. I mean, we could be talking about 7% mortgage rates again. It is certainly possible.
100%. 100%.
Never boring. Never boring.
No.
Thanks again for pulling over, having this conversation. Again, folks, go to convoyhomeloans.com/ORAT. Stands for one rental at a time. Thanks, family.
Thank you.